Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, welcome back to MotoGP 18, where Mario's grasp on the championship lead has been loosened. Now he is the one hunting. Will he gain back the championship lead after racing round the Thailand circuit? As here goes Mario for the first of three possible qualifying efforts, as he tries to beat Alex Marquez's 136.3 with just over 9 minutes remaining. As here we are in Buram. Very modern facility. The circuit very much of two halves, a bit like at the Saxon but in reverse. It's very quick in the first half, then a bit slow in the second. So you basically just got this hairpin in the first half after that. And then come all the corners afterwards. Well, I say the hairpin, you also got that right hand that goes on to the back straight. You get up to 6th gear, approaching 170. And approaching the massive oceans of Tarmac runoff they have it. So Mario's invalidated that. But again, we expect him to be quick in the first and second sectors. Maybe not in the third sector. But then, again, maybe not in the fourth sector either. So actually it might be first and third sectors and second and fourth. So we'll watch out for that on these qualifying efforts. But the circuit's surprisingly short. Because then you look at the layout initially and you're saying, oh, it's going to be along that. But one of the shortest on the calendar, 136.3. As Mayo beat it. Unfortunately, he also went off track slightly during that, but interestingly, the setup he's using here is the same setup he used in Aragon, so effectively to hold on to that ninth place in the end, as Oddadell's down behind the NTS rider. Oh, and so is Baldassari. And one Mir. Everyone's going down. As that hairpin, no doubt, the best passing spot in this circuit, but no doubt Mario can make some moves happen in the middle part of that. As he's using this Tritchy, this setup, which is so different to the setups he's been mainly using this season. As I said, Tritchy, just great manoeuvrability though. And just seems to be quicker. And so he's been using it all season. He can be a bit heavy on the brakes as well as Jules Danilo down. Like you saw he had slight issues with the brakes. But he's losing the front as well. Fugolini's down now. Twice. As Mario's almost 2 seconds up on Marquez. So for Mario, this has worked out great having this new setup, helping with the braking, helping with the acceleration, the traction. He sets a 35.5 in his first proper lap. Still 2 in the bank. He goes slightly wide. Well, he's still got 2 in the bank. Or should we just make it 1 now? Because he's had 2 invalidated laps. So let's see what Mario can do with one final effort. Just talking about this setup, it could be a championship changer finding a setup like this late in the season. We'll see if it does work. For him round here, around the Tream Ring, Phillip Island, Sepang, and of course Valencia as well. That could be a big test for this setup as well. See if the bike is a bit better around Valencia, where Mario's kind of struggled in the past to get top line results. By top line results I mean victories, but he's always been decent in Valencia, just not top tier like he is at quite a few of the circuits now. As he tries to impress everyone as well, needs to remain in 3 races to see not just win the championship, but also the paddock rumour about where he's going to end up in MotoGP next season. Apparently him and Bagnaia are fighting for that Premac Ducati seat. Interesting to see if Mayo comes out on top on that. He sets a 34 despite code. Slight mess up on that. That happened going wide. Shows he definitely does have the pace, Mayo, in his bike to beat Marcus's 35.2. Despite not having the best banker lap, he's still right up there, Mayo. As he's just behind Marcus. You can get on the power so early. Out of the hairpin now. Maybe with the old save, we'd had to wait slightly. It was just a bit more chunky, it felt like, the bike. Now it feels a bit more light as a feather. It's just the tyre wear as well around it. But you saw in Aragon, the tyres got eaten up alive. So that's not the best sector for Mayo, despite being 3 tenths up apparently up to that point. So it's definitely a compromise of this setup, as no, it's now 5 tenths up. Hopefully the traffic doesn't slow him down towards the final corner though. He's got beautiful slipstream on the Tech 3. He's just blocked him in the final corner. But it doesn't cost Mayo pole. He sets a 35 for that. And it's enough for pole. Just ahead of Marcus and Oliveira. Just what he needed in qualifying as well. After quite a few shocking qualifying second half of the season, he finally gets it right again. With Schrotter leading the second row ahead of Binder and Baldassari. Then we got Marini, Bagnaia and Mir. And running out the 10th row is Vergey ahead of Ica and Navarro. And fantastic job from Marini as well, ahead of Bagnaia. Don't often say that this season. We've got those on the 5th row ahead of Piscini and Corsi. Then Agata Remy Gardner on the Tech 3 ahead of Locatelli. Then Barbara Finini rounds out the top 20, or Fanati should I say, ahead of Ben Snyder. And Danny Kent on the speed up on 22nd ahead of Joe Roberts and his teammate Quartararo. Quite poor from the Frenchman, decent from the Brit. Then Olandale, Paoli, Bernardes, Fergalini, Granado and Danilo. And at the back it is Kuradin, Manzi and Nakashima. So can Mayo find that winning feeling again? So here's Mayo revving up from pole. Look at that clear track in front of him as the lights go out for 8 laps here in Thailand. Not the best start for Mayo as Marcus assumes the lead heading to the first corner. Mayo trying to fight back immediately though. Tucked into the slipstream of the Mark VDS riders. Head towards the hairpin. Who will survive on this opening lap? This one has got a beautiful slipstream. Takes the lead even before the braking zone. Then it brakes himself slightly. As old Baldassari wipes out, getting on the power. For the second race in a row, the Italian has cost himself championship points. As here goes McDonald with the slipstream, just outbrakes himself though. And Marcus gets by, and so does Bagnaia. And Binder as well. Where's Oliveira as well? What are you doing, Vergey? So McDonald forced back as here comes Oliveira with Mir. Got Shirotta behind. And here comes Marini as well. Holding on to the top 10 on this opening lap. So you're on the 10, here comes Lowe's. Everyone's just piling in. McDonald races away though. Towards the final corner. As Marini just barges by. No respect from his teammates on this open as those Marcus leads head of Binder. And Bagnaia. Nor gets back past one of his teammates, back into 7th. Danny Kemp batting with Paoli for 22nd. Roberts with Dinello for 27th. There's battles happening throughout the whole of this field. As McDonald tries to hold the inside line, and Marini just to force his way through as they're 3 wide with Lowe's and Shirota. Duran trying to make that stick as look at the top 6 getting away. Do these riders not realise what's happening? That's what Miner's battling. It's total war out here. McDonald's trying to catch up to this crew led by Marquez, Binder, Bagnaia, Verge, Mir and Oliveira. So that's wide for McDonald. You can't afford to mess up a single corner, as you've seen. Everyone just barges through. As they're just less than a second back from the lead pack. So let's see if McDonald's now clear with everyone. As we go on to the next lap, 35.9. Marcus with the fast out of 35.5. We've got Shirota 4 tenths behind. Around the second gap in front. As Marcus and Bagnaia are battling for the lead. Verge and Oliveira for 4th. And in this site, the top 6 are split into groups of 3 in front. Small gets into the hairpin. As he fights with the power on the traction of that bike on the exit. Getting on power so early. But it seems to have paid off. No slipstreaming. Any of the straights. And just in his own little world now is Mario. Hoping a good spot to catch up to the lead pack. Which he is almost done already. As we've got Corsi and Navarro battling over 11th. Baldassai almost back into points already. Up to 60th ahead of Venati. There's Mario making this a group of 7 at the front. As he goes through this tricky left-hander. I was tempted to say penultimate corner, but then you got that right-hand flick as well. So Mario takes a little look. There's definitely a group of 7 at the top, and look at a 35 for that. It couldn't be more for that. As he sets the fastest lap. And that's with barely any slipstream as well. No doubt 34s are in the pocket. That's going on his back with Danilo right at the back. As you can see, right in front, Mir and Verge battling hard for 5th. As McDonald takes a little look. And then gets a good exit right in the slipstream of the Spaniards. That's what you're doing, Verge, moving out the slipstream that early. Gonna tempt Mario, looking down the inside. Oh, Verge down! Taking Mir with him. There's the possibility of Mario overtaking him. Too much pressure for the Spaniard. And Quartararo down as well. Further down the field, the Frenchman, and his speed up. So now it's a group of 5 at the front. 2 VR46 machines, 2 KTMs, and a Mark VDS with a Marquez, who's battling hard for 2nd at the moment with Binder. As Bagnaia leads. Fantastic to see for Mario. Fantastic to see. He's making an outside move on Oliveira, is he? Not quite into the final corner. There's a bit of a gap to Shirota behind. 1.7 seconds. There's now Binder up into 2nd head of Marquez. Or not quite. As Bednai's getting a bit of a lead. The KTMs do battle over 2nd with Marquez. So into the 2nd half of the race. This is really flying by, this race as well. So for Mario, it's where he wants to be. Fighting at the front in the top 5, but I'm not sure he wants to be at the back of this pack. I think he wants to be just following his teammate Bagnaia around. So they go 3 wide in front. Heavy battling. And Marcus is lost out to the KTM twins. Could he lose out to Mario as well? Oh, he can. As Mario gets into Binder, is it? Can those two go a race without clashing? Is that even possible when they're on track close to each other? It's Oliviero in third in front. It's Binder tries to fight back. Couldn't fit a piece of paper between the pair. Has Oliviero struggling in front. McDonald down the inside. Now he's where he wants to be. He sets another 35-2, but on this lap he moves from 5th to 2nd. And now he is following his teammate. Now this is where he wants to be with just under 3 laps to go. Has Vinales and Illendale battling for 18th. Just outside the points. As he tries to hold the outside line from the KTMs and Marcus. Hopefully they can just do battle now. Well, the two Skytail VR46 pair can just race away now from them. As they're not really doing battle, they're just following each other. Spinned ahead of Oliviera. You can see there's a half-second gap already. That's still slipstream range though, unfortunately. So all over the tail of Bagnaia. As he dared it down the inside, not quite into the right. About into the next right. He's having a look. Probably knows the best at the moment is just to sit back though. Just letting Bagnaia know he's there though. Just give him a little preview of what to come in these last couple of laps of the race. As that's a poor lap for Mando, 35.8. 7/10 behind Bagnaia now. Just a 10th ahead of that battle for third. Who's now going to be dragging up towards Bagnaia. This is not how the plan was meant to go. He's got Navarro back with Piscini for 11th. That's all Mario out-braked himself. Still holds it on the outside ahead of Oliviera. As Mir working his way towards the points again. Up to 18th ahead of Ollendal. Navarro battling with Agater for the top 10. So on this penultimate, does Mayo now does the feign become passing for him? He's been feinting either side. He's been feinting in a number of places to get past Bagnaia. And now he's got the run, does he? Into the right. Not quite. Bagnaia holds on. They're not just fighting over a Pramac seat now. They're fighting over the Grand Prix victory. As Bagnaia messes up. McDonald into the lead. I think, can he check up his braking for the final corner? Not quite. As he head on to the final lap with the top 5 still glued together. But with McDonald right in the toe now of Bagnaia. Binder towing Oliviera along. Marcus being dropped back. As the Mark VDS goes backwards. If your voice expect go to war. Just so we've seen the KTM bear do virtually all of the race as Remy Garner's clean on to the final point ahead of Marini. As now his teammates for the ultimate prize here in Thailand. Madonna with the very late dive. It's like he outbraked himself, but he makes it stick. Bagnaia takes a look. Donald runs wide. So So Bagnaia holds on, but for how long? Not that long as McDonald sneaks by in the right-hander. Is that the winning move? No, Bagnaia immediately back. McDonald's got him on the exit. Oh, he's run wide though. Bagnaia back down the inside. Does he go through the left? Not trying to get the power as early as he can. Oh, Bagnaia's gone a bit wide. Now come McDonald defending inside from Bagnaia. As they run towards the line, McDonald's had done it. He's held it. Vital victory for the championship. Vital for McDonald. That classic battle with his teammate Bagnaia. The handbags did come out. What a battle between the VR46 pair. And a second separates the top 5 with McDonald beating Bagnaia by less than a tenth of a second, setting the fastest lap as well, grabbing pole, the victory. He's completed the hat-trick. What a superb weekend. Just the weekend he needed after Aragon. With Olivia rounding out the podium, no, that's the bad news, ahead of his teammate Binder. Then you've got Shirota, Baldassari, those a good 8 for the Brit ahead of Piscini. And Verge, despite his fall, what could have been for the Spaniard. Then Iker, Agata, Navarro, Mir recovers the 14th. With Hector Barber grabbing the final point. Quite a lot of Spaniards. They end in the top 15. Fanati misses out. Remy Gardner, Luca Marini on the start on the 3rd row. Very disappointing place. And finishing 18th ahead of Vinales and Eldendal. As right at the back is Fugalini. As now he is confirmed, Mayo grabs back the lead immediately by 8 points ahead of Oliviera. Baldassari 31 points back. And Marquez 47 points behind. And he's being closed by Bagnaia, just 14 points back now. It's the VR46 rider. Then we've got Binder in quite a lonely 6th. Then Schwartz ahead of Vergen about the teammates for 7th ahead of Piscini and Mir. There's a top 10 now, all in triple figures. And then we've got Iker, 10 points ahead of Navarro. He's a single point ahead of Sam Knows now. That's really down to 14th. Then we've got Agata ahead of Corsi for 17th. 21 riders score points so far this season. Fugalini right at the back. So for Mayo, it was perfect all round. Mate, okay, he could have led every lap, but apart from that, it was a perfect race in the end. Got his strategy right as well for that final corner, as he's got riding position and throttle management and brakes management up to level 91. Lean angle almost at level 93. And boy, do we have some developments coming for the next round, no doubt. As in MotoGP, Marquez won. In Moto3, it was Martin Bezzecchi and Bastianini. So before we head to the next round, let's look at development. So brakes fully developed. Suspension though. Could we develop some suspension? Improve the hydraulics, improve the frame maybe, improve the aerodynamics. What do we go for? Maybe suspension. Maybe try and help ride those curbs a bit more. Improving the hydraulics. And next time, with just 4 rounds remaining and 100 points to grab, we head to Japan. Can Mayo back up what was a superb outing in Thailand with another victory and maybe put one hand on the title? Sound fortune, find out if he does next time.